It's time for a death battle! Okay. Been a while since we've done one of these. Several have come out in a very short time frame. And we figured we would start with one here that it interests me very much. How about you guys?
Yeah, should be good.
I know you all have heard of one of them.
Yep.
I played a bunch of Twisted Metal when I was a kid.
Oh, well, there we go.
Our neighbor had it, and it was just like one of those games that like we didn't have because it was super violent, I guess, or whatever. And it just, I mean, it wasn't like a great game, but it was just, you just smash stuff and
blow stuff up.
And it was sweet.
Tooth. Sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember playing Twisted Metal. I remember the first two were really good. Third one was trash. Fourth one was pretty good. And then Twisted Metal Black came out, and wow. In terms of shift, did you all ever play Twisted Metal Black?
Can't say as I did.
Whew, my goodness. That game got dark. Really dark.
Like black.
I'd say
like, that dark. I don't know.
Well, I would say
I'm sure that's going to get taken out of context.
Well, I would
it's
say
the internet.
Extremely okay.
Like a really, really
like
dark gray.
they gave each individual person in the game a storyline.
Okay.
Sweet Tooth's was that he was a serial killer. Legit serial killer.
I'm not surprised by this at all.
All right.
And he was cursed by another character who was in the game, the preacher, to burn for his sins. And this was for him to burn while he was still living, and thus the top of his head caught on fire. And he receives an invitation from Calypso and to take part in the Twisted Metal tournament.
Yep.
And if he won, then he was granted a wish. And it got real dark real quick.
I believe it.
We'll have if anything, I'll probably play you all the cinematics because the cinematics were just tremendous, especially at the time on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But anyway, Joker. We talked great length about Joker on here in the past. Joker, arguably one of the best, if not the best, comic book hero or villain.
It's like Nate.
Yeah, best
buddy.
I'm sorry, I'm still recovering from a headache.
Yeah, me too.
My brain's kind of scrambled. Plus, we just got done at a convention earlier today.
Yeah, and also I was lying on the floor again. Oh,
yeah.
God.
So Joker versus Sweet Tooth, the death battle.
Yep.
We have both of them here. Shall we give it a watch?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
They visit you for birthday parties, cheer you up when you're sad,
Nope.
and probably
Clowns have
also
always
want
been
to kill
scary.
you.
Clowns.
Uncanny
the
Valley.
Joker, Gotham's jester of genocide.
And Sweet Tooth, the violent victor of Twisted Metal.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Gotham City, a vile
childhood.
breeding ground for criminals and crazy people.
In such a bleak city, it's important to look for humor wherever you can, even if it's during the act of murder. And no one gets more jollies out of ruthless felonies than the Joker.
I'm here, bitches, and I brought favors for everybody.
But before he became the clown prince of crime, who was he? A thief who accidentally got his pregnant wife killed? A mob boss who stabbed Batman's girlfriend? A petty thug in the wrong place at the wrong time? Nobody knows for sure. Not even the Joker himself.
Yep.
What we do know is that most likely at some point he fell into a vat of mysterious chemicals and Batman was involved. However he came to be, from that moment on, his body and mind were altered forever.
With a new smile big enough to rival the Grinch, the Joker decided he'd make sure the whole world would share in his sick joke.
And what comedy act would be complete without a few wonderful toys?
This guy may like his pistols, machine guns, and explosives, but outside of that, his taste in weaponry is anything but simple.
Ow! My eye! Sucker!
Like a true prankster gone mad, he carries razor-sharp playing cards, a gag flower filled with acid, an electric hand buzzer that goes a little too far.
But deadliest and most haunting of all is his trademark Joker venom, a deadly concoction which poisons its victims, forcing them into fits of laughter so uncontrollable that they suffocate and die while contorting their facial muscles into a nightmarish grin.
Yep.
Talk about killing the audience.
The Dark Knight Returns, when that was
Man, that shit looks dangerous to
that was
carry
animated. Holy
Fortunately
crap.
for the creepy clown, he's manufactured so much Joker venom over the years, repeated exposure has given him immunity to his own toxin. But the laughing gas isn't all that makes him a threat in battle.
It's
one of the best Joker moments ever.
He's
So
a
good.
cunning strategist who screws with the minds of the sane and insane alike. He can whip up disguises so convincing that not even the world's greatest detective recognized him. And for a guy this lanky, he's also surprisingly great going fist to fist.
And like most heroes and villains who have been in the game since the 1940s, of course, he has his own car.
Look at that thing!
That's terrifying.
God, I
It's
really need
ridiculous.
to get back to work on the boomstick mobile.
The Joker Mobile, as it's called, was built to compete with the legendary Batmobile.
It has mounted machine guns, a bulletproof exterior, and a lethal cannon up top that can spew missiles everywhere.
After so many years
Jeez.
of terrorizing Gotham and beyond, the Joker has more than earned his role of sworn enemy to the Batman. Despite Batman's ludicrous skill and intellect, the Joker's forethought and planning has outsmarted Bats numerous times. In some cases, he's even gone hand to hand and held his own with the Caped Crusader.
Who was trained by ninjas?
He's outfoxed plenty of other heroes too, including Superman, whose brain can function thousands of times faster than humans like Joker.
He incapacitated Wonder Woman with just a puff of Joker venom, blew up Robin after viciously beating him with a crowbar, and when he
Yep.
tracked down Batgirl,
Yeah.
well, let's put it nicely and say that she became handy-capable from that point on. And thanks to his own insanity, the Joker has stupidly high pain tolerance. The dude got a batarang lodged in his eye and was still running around laughing and shooting people. God damn! That's almost as bad as the time he had his own face cut off for giggles.
That's way worse! Ugh!
Yep.
He can certainly take the pain, but this sadistic psychopath is still no harder to kill than most of his victims.
He can die from certain poisons, neck snapping, being stabbed by Pirate Batman, getting bitten by Vampire Batman, and even just a good old-fashioned Superman high five.
The
But
Injustice
one thing
storyline.
remains
Yep.
certain. Having this clown show up for your party would make it one bad day.
Best Joker laugh. That is arguably the best Joker laugh.
It's pretty good.
How far would you go to have your greatest wish granted? How much would you destroy to get your way?
Any extreme!
For those willing to go to any extreme, the annual Twisted Metal contest is right up your alley.
In Twisted Metal, competitors smash vehicles into public property and each other, and that's when they're not shooting crazy shit like rockets and bombs all over the place. God, that'd be fun.
The insane lure of Twisted Metal attracts some of the most deranged and unstable minds in the world, including a clown with a flaming scalp, the driver of the infamous ice cream truck called Sweet Tooth.
Light 'em up, boys.
Nope.
Before he was a scary serial killer driving a truck, Marcus Kane was a scary ice cream man driving a truck. And like every ice cream man I know, Marcus had a serious evil split personality problem.
Trapped within his head, this sinister side desperately clawed for freedom, eventually forcing Marcus to finally give in and carve his new persona a face. On that day, Marcus Kane died, and the rampage of Needles Kane began.
Needles spent his days murdering anyone he could find, including his own wife and child.
He prefers killing up close and as violently as possible with his giant serrated machete.
Which tons of people have been introduced to. They're dead now.
By his own account, he slaughtered 1,000 people before he was finally arrested. It was here he was cursed by a preacher named Preacher to suffer the fires of hell, which apparently means having your head burst into flames forever.
Enraged, he busted out and was eventually found by a man named Calypso. See, Calypso was the one organizing the Twisted Metal tournament, and he thought Needles would be just perfect for it.
For Needles, winning Twisted Metal meant having any wish of his choosing granted. He could finally end the everlasting pain. Or have all the candy in the world, anything really. How could he say no?
Needles knew just the car that would take him to victory. Complete with tasty treats, his ice cream truck, the Sweet Tooth.
This modified Chevrolet step van is anything but what it appears to be. With its shocking maneuverability and durability, Sweet Tooth is like a tank, capable of taking loads of damage without stopping.
The Sweet Tooth menu includes front-mounted spikes, Gatling guns, and homing ice cream cone missiles.
Wow.
And for the cherry on top, he blasts the explosive clown head from the roof as a homing weapon.
Oh,
It
wow.
laughs and goes through walls. That's not enough. It transforms into a goddamn robot.
What?
Yeah.
The Sweet Bot carries a
Sweet Bot.
massive multi-barrel Gatling gun, reinforced armor plating, and can even throw its own head like a grenade.
But the real beauty's in the Sweet Slam, an attack where the bot launches into the air with its jetpack and drops like a hammer with enough force to crush a whole building.
Sweet Tooth can
Twisted
take
Metal
dozens of missiles and
remake
keep on
right
trucking.
there,
But even without his wheels,
pretty good.
Needles is one tough son of a bitch. He's strong enough to casually shatter reinforced windows, tough enough to take a stab to the face.
And he even survived the electric chair. Doesn't that mean he gets to walk free? I read that on the internet once.
No, first, that's a myth. Second, a person wouldn't be able to walk after getting blasted with over 2,000 volts of electricity, stopping their heart, burning their body, paralyzing their muscles, and melting their eyes. Unless you're Needles Kane, who broke out of the chair, killed everyone, and escaped.
See, this is why anytime I meet a clown, I take him out
His
right
head is
away.
kind of on fire.
When has a
so-
clown ever done anything to you?
Yeah.
They've never had the chance. Who's laughing now, Chuggles?
But Needles is by no means unkillable, and Calypso has played him for a fool more times than not. Like when he wished to find his missing daughter so he could kill her, and wound up trapped and suffocating in her coffin. Underground. Because she was already dead.
Still, it just goes to show Needles and his Sweet Tooth will do anything it takes to get the kill.
What have you done with my son?
Whoa. No.
Wow.
Nope.
Scoops.
Fucking clowns.
Effing clowns, man.
All right, the combatants
man.
are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, it's time for some book learning.
Book learning.
You know, reading a good book is one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, but who's got time for that?
Lucky for you, Audible.com has the perfect solution. Audiobooks.
You mean I can do things with my eyes while my ears do all the reading for me?
Oh, Lord
Sure.
Broomstick.
Great! I'll listen to it in my dune buggy on my way to the shooting range.
Audible.com has over 250,000 titles to choose from. The app is free for iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Phone. You can also download and listen with your Kindle Fire and almost any MP3 player. And unlike a streaming or rental service, with Audible, you own your books and can access them anytime, anywhere.
And it gets better. If you download a book you don't like, you can exchange it for a different, more better one anytime. I'm halfway through my 17th book on Audible right now.
More better.
Really?
Yeah, you should go check out Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. It's really good.
Huh. Maybe I will. And you can too. In fact, Death Battle viewers can get a free 30-day trial membership by
Boomstick
going to
making book recommendations.
audible.com/battle.
That's weird.
But right now, it's time for
Why
a
is dude
Death
hitchhiking?
Battle!
I don't
And then books.
And then books.
And then books.
Ooh.
I like the model, but not really my color.
All right.
It's perfect.
Ooh, like taking candy from a baby.
Well, you done made him mad.
Let's get wild.
Roadkill! You hear me?
Woo, so many buttons.
Oh no.
Meeny, miny. All of them.
All of them. Oh lord.
What's this one do? Boop.
We've gone to plaid! Oh hey! Thanks, Boomstick.
Now.
Woo.
Really? Can't just let a guy have his fun.
Well,
Okay. Let's go.
Here I come, Scrawny.
well.
All right, let's see it. Come and get it, tough guy.
Oh, this is bad.
You miserable excuse for a clown. Come on. Come on. Boom.
Nice shot.
Oh,
Hi.
Hi,
Excuse me,
buddy.
I want to drive.
Wow.
Let me put that out for you.
Shut up and bleed, you mother...
Shocking development.
Get out!
Ooh.
Oh, my spleen. Can't take a joke.
I started to say it still hasn't
Damn you, big
transformed
guy.
yet.
Now it's transforming.
Okay, that's funny.
That is funny. It's good.
I started to say I don't really think you're gonna beat that.
Well, okay. Let's talk about this. Killing someone from inside a tin can. That's no fun.
It's true.
The cold of their skin, the blankness of their eyes, the reveal of who they really are.
Oh, he's actually gonna pull this off.
It's so much better when you savor all the little emotions.
Well,
Right?
Right. I want to see you bleed. I want to watch you die.
Just one more lesson. Capiche? The best kind of punchline is the one you don't see coming.
there it is.
What is this? Die, 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 die.
There it is. Well,
KO!
Oh, come on. It wasn't that funny.
Both clowns were skilled in combat, but Joker's superior tactics and unpredictable weaponry gave him the leg up he needed.
When
Okay.
you have a toxic gas so deadly it can take out the entire Justice League, all the Joker needed was one opportunity to use it.
yeah.
Despite his lanky frame, the Joker can take a lot of punishment, and he's good enough to survive hand-to-hand combat with Batman.
Hell, he's smart enough to trick Batman and even manipulate the incorruptible Superman into being pawns in his schemes.
as opposed to Needles, whose mental capacity is limited to just one thing.
Murder, murder, and more murder with a dash of ice cream.
The Joker has plenty of experience manipulating the minds of homicidal maniacs. In fact, many people like Needles have wound up in Joker's game. It was only a matter of time before he made his opportunity to use the Joker Venom.
Joker wasn't clowning around in this gas of a fight that had us on pins and needles.
We should really put you on a limit.
Oh, come on, Wiz. Those puns were sweet.
The winner is the Joker.
Well, that was fun. Who's for Chinese?
Classic.
Next time on Death Battle.
I think it's Meta in Carolina. No. Mewtwo. Mewtwo and Knuckles.
We succeed.
Shadow.
Or Shadow.
Do not
yeah.
attempt to defy me.
The battle of the ultimate life forms, yeah. Of all attacks you would use, Mewtwo, why would you use Swift? It's weird.
Yeah.
Super good. Oh.
So,
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I can too.
I think their analysis was pretty fair.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the Joker, his weaponry is really unpredictable because of his nature by itself.
It's true.
I mean,
Sometimes the gun actually shoots a bullet. Sometimes the gun has a flag in it that says bang. Sometimes he pulls the trigger again and that flag flies out and kills you.
yes.
I mean,
Who
I
can
do,
say?
I do think as far as like raw firepower, if Needles had just transformed into like the mech and just like, I mean, he probably could have squashed the Joker. I mean,
Yeah, but the thing is, the Joker is pretty good at manipulating
yeah,
people.
absolutely, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's
So
just
I
like
totally
Batman.
buy it.
That's just like Batman. He's almost a near expert at manipulating Batman into doing what he wants to some degree.
Well, see, here's the one that got me. There was a storyline called Emperor Joker, where Joker manipulated, and nobody can really pronounce his name, Mr. Mxyzptlk. I think. Yeah.
Mxyzptlk.
Into transferring his ridiculous fifth-dimensional powers to the Joker.
Oh gosh.
The Joker got bored.
The Joker got bored.
Kill
with-
Batman. Revive Batman. Kill Batman. Revive
Revive
Batman.
Batman.
Kill Batman. Revive Batman. He got bored.
This is just too boring.
Yeah. He went Saitama. It was boring. But the fact that he could trick... Now, admittedly, Mxyzptlk is not the smartest.
Hupless Tim.
Yeah. I mean, Superman is real good at sending him away for a month. But... I mean, the fact that the Joker could manipulate him into giving up all of his reality warping powers, it says something. I mean, hell, he manipulated a very brilliant psychiatrist, Dr. Harleen Quinzel,
Yes.
into becoming Harley,
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
That takes doing.
That does. And
And a lot of abuse.
And a lot of abuse.
well,
Yes.
persistence is key with
Yep.
the Joker. That's the thing. For him, Batman is the ultimate straight man, as you said in the
Exactly.
past.
Like,
And his persistence is really what causes him to just his game to grow infinitely and
the
never stop.
And the thing is, the Joker without Batman, like, you know, the Joker is one thing, but the Joker almost has to have Batman in order to really realize comedy. Because otherwise, you know, who do you throw a pie at? You throw a pie at the really serious guy.
Well, yeah, 100%.
It's so much funnier that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there was no contest. Like, Joker was gonna win that.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, as you'd said, Sweet Tooth had just gone mech.
Yeah.
Then it
Full
would have been
mech.
over.
No bull.
Yeah.
But yeah, the manipulation done.
But well, that doesn't really fit his MO because I mean, in the context of the Twisted Metal tournament, I can see him doing that. But really, what he likes is killing people with his machete. I mean, he wants that, you know.
All right. Well, I like the analysis. I like the fact that they stayed true to the characters of both Sweet Tooth and the Joker. I like that they showed Sweet Tooth's the Sweet Bot.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was cool, and you're right.
That
Mike.
was awesome.
If he would have stayed in that, he would have won.
Which is a ridiculous feat of engineering for someone who is that single-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But we don't know if he actually built it. Maybe someone built it for him. I don't know.
It's true.
Probably under threat of death.
Sure.
And then
And then he
got
killed
killed
him anyway.
immediately after.
Yeah, he's like, it's wonderful. Thank you.
Well, no. Like, I feel like it's beautiful. Quick kill.
There's always that ice cream scoop.
No. No, I mean just the fact of, I'm going to show you mercy and kill you quick.
Yes.
I like you, Sully. I'm going to kill you last.
Thought you were going to kill me last.
I lied.
All right.
Movie.
So anyway, everyone out there, what did you think of this?
Yep.
I thought this was awesome. I mean, honestly,
It was good.
Screw Attack always does tremendous work with these,
And especially now that they've got the Rooster Teeth
the RT
animation,
animation crew with them.
system.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean, it's just like,
I mean, both of them
Oh,
working
man.
together. I mean, you can look for great collaborative efforts on both sides, and
well, I mean,
they're
we've
going to make everyone better. They're going to make each other better.
we've ended up with Yang in a death battle.
Yes.
We've now ended up with a pretty much solely Rooster Teeth death battle in
Carolina
Carolina
Meta.
versus Meta.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'll be very interesting to see what comes of that.
Yes. Very interesting.
So,
So we'll have to see. So we'll do more of these death battles. We'll probably do Mewtwo versus Shadow next.
yep, that'll be good.
And then maybe after that we'll do Carolina versus Meta, or we may very well do Jack and Daxter versus Ratchet and Clank.
See, now that's a fight for the ages.
That is because honestly,
Man.
those are two like icons of the PlayStation 2 era.
Mm-hmm,
And to me, I played both platformers. Both of them are tremendous.
Yep.
In my book, very slight degree, I give the edge to Jack and Daxter just because of what I like, just because of how I like the story.
Well, let me ask you this.
I'm going Ratchet and Clank because their weapons are stupid.
Oh, the weapons
Yeah.
are just ridiculous.
So,
I get that, but I didn't pay attention to the games just for the weapons. I also like the stories as well.
was there ever a spin-off of Jack and Daxter that starred Daxter?
Yes, it was on the PSP.
Okay, because there was also Secret Agent Clank.
Yes.
Okay.
Both series did that.
All right.
Of course, the one that was the Daxter game, I think, was not made by Naughty Dog, but Insomniac did make Secret Agent Clank.
Yeah,
Insomni-
which I played and thoroughly enjoyed
Yeah, but
because I won a PSP.
I feel like
a
Ratchet
long
and Clank the
time
trump
ago.
card, though.
well,
Captain Quark.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Come in his
you
little
got it
spaceship.
there. You got it there.
Man.
What was that co-op fight in Up Your Arsenal where Captain Quark was flying around? You basically had to do the whole thing yourself, and he's just like,
I wonder how the Ratchet and Clank movie turned out.
I don't know.
I audience reception of it was kind of mixed. It was in the middle, like 50%.
To be fair, it's been so long since the Ratchet and Clank series was super relevant. It feels like a weird time to make a movie out of it.
Well, they still had the newer games coming out, but when it was at its peak, when Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal were in their release.
Oh yeah, that would have been the time.
That would have been the peak time to do it.
Yeah.
But you know how it is whenever it comes to video game movies. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Studios are just like, well, I guarantee you, given time, video games will probably be like comic book movies within 20 years. I mean, you never know. Honestly, it just takes the medium being taken more seriously. It's just like people are taking comic books so seriously now.
And Uwe Boll being taken away.
Well,
in a straitjacket.
Uwe Boll actually tried to do crowdfunding, and people people were actually just like, Uwe, we're not donating. Don't you get it? We don't like the fact that you make. And he comes on and he's like,
I'll fight the lot of you.
No, he just looks at the camera and he goes, so what, you just want to see like Avengers Justice League bullshit? Is that what you want to see? And I'm like, yes.
Because those movies are decent.
Well, because honestly, Uwe, there is thought and there's thought put into those films.
Yeah, and they're made by people who actually care about those franchises, not
versus
you.
Yeah, versus you, someone who, in all honesty, I to some degree I can respect him wanting to do everything independently, but at the same time, he butchers them so badly that it kills almost any interest in the future of the franchise.
What was he trying to crowdfund for?
I think it was Postal 2.
Oh.
Which Postal 1, I saw it, and I was just like, okay, this is kind of silly. This is okay.
Well, to be fair, the Postal games are quite silly.
Well, yeah,
but
but when he did Far Cry, he did a version of Far Cry. I was just like, are you serious, bruh?
Really?
Yeah, and he had Liev Schreiber as the not Liev Schreiber, Til Schweiger, or Hugo Stiglitz from Inglourious Bastards.
Really?
As the main character, as Jag. No, I didn't see him as the character. Honestly, I would have seen. I could have seen what's his. Actually, the guy that voiced him. Steven Dorff. Steven Dorff voiced him. I could see.
Yeah,
Steven
I could buy
Dorff
that.
playing him. I mean, and Steven Dorff stays in really good shape. He works out often, so why not that? But anyway, yeah, we got off topic there.
Yep.
So anyway,
screw Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll, just please stop making films.
There's
actually a petition going on. Like almost over 1 million people have signed. Actually, over 1 million now have signed it, saying Uwe Boll, please stop making movies.
Wow.
That's how bad he is.
And Uwe Boll's just going to be like, I'll fight every one of you.
He's like, I will fight every one of you. Step in the ring, I will box you.
It's interesting that he's gotten funding to make movies in the past, though.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it is self-funding, and a lot of it is grants that he gets from the German government.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. Actually,
you almost have to wonder if there's something like the producers going on,
probably,
where these guys are like, this is going to be the biggest box office,
and they bet against it.
It's
just like The Big Short.
Yeah.
Holy crap! We figured out the reason why Uwe Boll still has money.
We cracked it.
We cracked the code. All right, so everyone,
we cracked it.
Yes, we did.
And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.